Good morning, everybody. Welcome into Mornings with Loretta. And it's a good morning, right? So, summer is the best time for outdoor entertaining and throwing an amazing backyard bash. We've had this topic. I love this topic. And who better to have this conversation with than one of my favorite chefs? And he is here to help us. And he's from the Food Network. He's a superstar chef, and it's Chef James Briscione. Welcome, everybody. Tell everybody that we love having him here. Y'all just put it in the notes. Hey, Chef, how are you?
Hey, Loretta. So good to talk to you. I'm excited for some summer cooking.
I know it, and you are the man for the job, I promise you. So why is it that we get so excited about outdoor entertaining? Even though it's hot, it's just something magical about it, right? We don't let the heat stop us.
Yeah, no way. It's all about good food and good times. And, that's how you become a multi-time champion on Chopped and on Beat Bobby Flakes, because you get excited about food. And that's what I love about summer entertaining. Warm weather. It's a great time to connect with friends and family over a great meal. And today I've got some tasty ideas to make your next backyard bash a success.
Okay. You had me at success and backyard, and then I'm seeing those photos. So it's all about presentation for me, whether it's the food or the outdoor space. And it doesn't take a whole lot of money. If you know my show, I love everything on a deal and a budget. So can you help us to get off to a great start with a chef tip, something we wouldn't normally know, right? But there's this tip that you use that can help us upgrade everything.
Yeah, well, listen, the party doesn't start until you light up that grill, right? Or if you're out camping till you get that campfire lit. So that's why I love the Bic Easy Load lighter. It's perfect for summer outdoor entertaining like backyard barbecues, camping, and more. The Bic Easy Load lighter combines a multi-purpose lighter with a pocket lighter, so you never miss a moment to keep the outdoor fun going. Just 3 easy steps. With child-resistant features, it helps ensure safety and meets Bic's stringent safety standards. It's the first reloadable multi-purpose lighter in their extensive portfolio, providing up to 15,000 lights when conveniently replaced up to 10 times with a Bic Maxi pocket lighter.
Did you say 1,500 or 15,000 lights? How many?
15,000 lights. All right, so you can just keep replacing it. You put that new lighter in and it just keeps going.
Okay, I love that tip because, getting the fire started is everything. And for those of us who are just so amateur at it, and I don't even probably 5 little starts would do for my lighter, but I'm glad to know that tip. And it's more safer too, because I've seen people do the old fashioned way with the paper and the fire and all that stuff. But get you a lighter and get that lighter so you'll have 15,000 starts on that. So what about a go-to snack everyone will enjoy while we're waiting on the food and the prep and all that? What can we enjoy? Because we come hungry.
And Loretta, I'm always going to bring bold flavors to any backyard bash, which is why my favorite snack is Poppin' Soul, a new line of flavorful, out of the ordinary bold nuts. They're savory, crunchy, totally addictive, and the perfect snack for guests to munch on while you're working the grill. 4 craveable flavors include jalapeno cashews, roasted elote peanuts, or try one of Poppin' Soul's sea salt combinations like pepper cashews or vinegar almonds, available exclusively at Target stores and online.
Okay, because I'm telling you, I save all my calories when I know I'm going to a cookout, especially for somebody I know and I've had their food and I know it's super delicious. So to have a snack that's healthy and tasty like that, Poppin' Soul, you have a new fan. You have a new fan. So Chef James, let me ask you this. This is my next question. So when it comes to cooking, what makes it a great experience? Because I want the chef to have a good time too. You all do so much work before, during, and after the backyard bash, right? So what can we do to make sure it's a great experience for not only everybody else, but you too?
Well, listen, as a chef, I know the answer to this one, and it's seasoning that makes the difference. That's what takes a dish from good to great. And it's why so many chefs rely on tools like the AccuTaste. a seasoning dispenser used in pro kitchens for years, now available for home cooks, bringing the chef-like experience to everyday meals and get-togethers. Just a few clicks, deliver consistent flavor without the guesswork. It's the kind of tool that you really don't know you need until you try it. You can find your new sous chef, the AccuTaste, on Amazon or through scanning that QR code.
Okay, I like that you threw that in. Your new sous chef. I can do that. Don't replace me. That'll be the sous chef,
Just an
right?
extra. You can never have too many. Extra, always good to have the help.
I don't know. You might kick me off the team, but we'll see. We'll see. So, what about creating, as we talked about, the atmosphere? Give us some tips, some tricks, something that we can use every time that would create this amazing atmosphere.
Yeah, listen, you got all the food right, then it's time to bring the party to the patio with GE Sync Dynamic Effects outdoor light strips. Elevate the vibe outside with rich colors, playful light effects, and unique shapes. Add elegant accent lighting around railings, steps, and decks, or use the flexible light strip and included lawn stakes to create fun art. You can also sync light effects to music or adjust them to set the mood from your smartphone. With all-weather construction, the GE Sync outdoor light strips are easy to install and designed to shine all night. Available now on Amazon.
Okay, look at you knocking it out the park. Okay, so let's kind of give them the ABC of what we talked about. Tell us why we get excited. Just roll it all up in one big gift and show what you just showed, because I'm loving this pre-meal snack that's healthy and tasty. Go.
Right? Reliable way to get that fire started, to get the grill lit up with your Bic Easy Load lighter, then some big, bold flavors from Poppin' Soul. All right. After that, you getting food on the grill, you got to get it seasoned right, which is why we love the AccuTaste. And then finally, food set, sun's going down. You got to set the mood with your GE Sync Dynamic Effects outdoor lighting that brings the whole party together.
Outdoor lighting is everything. You can use your phone to make sure the right temperature and color and energy is happening for you depending on your mood, and help the chef out by knowing he has to prep, and be kind to him. Don't rush the chef, right, James? Don't rush you.
Maybe bring him an extra beverage there by the grill just to keep things moving,
See, those kind of tips, because we just love the food and we forget how that is a lot of work. That is a lot of work. Well, Chef James, thank you so much for coming on like you do, with the great energy, the great suggestions and tips, and the chef secrets to help just a novice like me look like I know what I'm doing. So thank you for spending and sharing time with us on Mornings with Loretta.
Of course. Thank you, Loretta.
All right. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.
Bye.
So, I like to tell you about the chef, right? My guest, because I have another segment coming up. She's already prepped and ready. I'm super excited for her to be on her first time on Mornings with Loretta. But Chef James, I've been calling him Jeff all day. Chef James, he grew up with foods of the South in Birmingham, Alabama. He cooked with the James Beard Award winner Frank Stitt. Under Stitt's tutelage, James learned to create refined Southern cuisine. And he has this amazing book too with his wife, Just Married and Cooking Right. It's for the unintimidated, the uninitiated, and those who just probably shouldn't be in the kitchen too much like me. But check out Chef James' book and check him out on social media. So coming up next, I'm telling you, when we had this come through, we were super excited. And I'm glad to know she is a real person and not just fake Elaine. So you're going to want to really know and love our next guest coming up. So we're going to go ahead and bring her on to Mornings with Loretta. Good morning.
You kind of had an early morning too.
Yeah, same time zone, but this is my job every day, so I'm used to it.
All right. Are you all ready?
Are we in?
Yes, we're ready. Are you ready?
I am ready. Good morning, Loretta.
Good morning, Miss Elena. Your reputation, which is stellar with me, it precedes you. So thank you for being a guest on my show today. And it's so crazy. When I was telling some friends who are Seinfeld, we are fanatics about it. And I said, Fake Elaine is coming on. So have you ever outgrown that title? Will you always be called Fake Elaine?
Claim to fame. I will always be the Fake Elaine. People actually know my lines. It's hysterical.
It's crazy. You are so endeared to us. But you've also been a scene stealer on NYPD Blue, Melrose Place, and now you're front and center and a new breakout streaming hit that's winning awards and hearts across the country. So I really want to talk about that. So let's jump right in. What made Middlehood a must say yes to you for you? What was it that gave you said, okay, sure, that's me?
I think it's because the character had so much in common with, a woman in her 50s who is, asking herself, am I happy? Am I making the choices that are going to TikTok, right? I related to being invisible, like a woman who, what happens when you're no longer childbearing years, suddenly I think a lot of women feel this way. It's like, I feel invisible and I want to make the last third of my life fulfilled. And there are parts of Elena that related to that instantly. I got to make a few changes. And I don't, at least for Lisa in the show, she doesn't really know how to do it. It's really hard.
I love the title, Middlehood, right? And it's so perfect because I read about and I guess I need you to tell them what it's all about, because I know, and I have so many questions about this role and I got to get you out on time. But let me just say this. It's every woman's story. We all can identify with Lisa. So do you want to just give us a summary of what Middlehood is all about?
Yeah, I think it's really about the modern American family, immigrant family. It's about as we age and take care of our elderly parents, how difficult that is, and how the siblings maybe don't coordinate that very well, and who's going to be the responsible one. And then, in a marriage situation, like I'm going to ask for what I need. It takes a lot of bravery to be that person. And I think a lot of us get to this place in middlehood, middle age, where we start asking some hard questions. And I related to that. And I think the writing here is strong and it goes right at the problem. It goes right at the problem. It doesn't pussyfoot around it.
I agree from what I've read and what I've seen. So you were even a Laker girl. And now you're a leading lady. How has your journey shaped this role for you? Are you using everything you've ever done to bring Lisa to life so we all can identify and see ourselves in her? Because that's what it looks and feels like to me.
Yes, 100%. In fact, this isn't a role I could have played in my 30s or 40s. I grew up in a Navy family. We moved all the time. And then when I married my husband, who is an NBA coach, we moved all the time. You got to win or they let you go. And so there's all this like earthquake happening a lot where it's change. And I think that actually imbued or helped me play Lisa because of, I don't know if you want to call it instability, but the knowledge of when you have your life unearthed, you got to plant your feet and try to make the best of it. Yeah. And I think she's really a person who, she just needs answers, and she's this flawed human being trying her best. And I think that's what people are going to embrace about her is that she's this woman actually making the attempt. Do you know what I'm saying? Where most people, some people just, they don't have the courage. She has the courage, but she doesn't have the skill. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. So what will happen with this show, I'm just so glad that somebody was brave and courageous enough to say, hey, Middlehood, our biggest population are boomers. Everybody's going toward, the Gen X's and Zers and millennials. Let's do something for the people with the courage and the people with the problems who don't let them stop us. And then for those who are feeling kind of stuck, this show is for you to help you get unstuck and to tell you it's okay. It's okay to feel stuck and depleted and not be okay and not have to strive for perfection all the time. So let me ask you, so did you have to prepare that? Are you having to live it and portray it at the same time?
Well, kind of. I mean, we shot the first couple of episodes pre-pandemic, and then we finished it through the pandemic. So again, it was a lot of starting and stopping. So we were all living in that moment together as the world was. So I think that could not help but inform the way the show went and was shot, right? And I think I think you make a really good point. Michelle Palermo, who wrote and directed this and produced it and edited it, she's like brilliant. To take this character and say, we're going to go for it. We're going to ask the hard questions. We're going to ask the questions about, being middle-aged and asking for happiness and trying to love the people around you and having older parents. I mean, we're all doing this right now. Mm-hmm. But I think what makes this show so great is that she doesn't tiptoe around the hard stuff. She goes right at it. And I think people will look at this and hopefully get a little glimmer of, well, if she can do it and be flawed and make a ton of mistakes, I can do it too.
Yes. And we feel so seen and heard when we have shows like Middlehood. It helps liberate us. It helps us keep going. It's so good for everybody, not just for the woman that's going through it, but it's literally good for the family, for communities and citizens. You know how when we're happy, everybody's happy kind of thing. I have one question, but I want to really let people know how they can watch Middlehood. That is on Amazon Prime, and also it's free on Flex, so you can watch it there right now.
Yep. It's actually Plex with a P.
Plex. Okay.
And then we're going to be on YouTube TV very soon. So yes. 3 places to go right now, and we're hoping for more.
And there is going to be more. And so I think that so what's next for Middlehood, and how can we champion it? Because if we don't watch it, we're not going to get more stories like this. So it's imperative that we watch and we support and we cheer Middlehood on, not just because you're one of our favorites, Elena, but because we need more shows. We need this to stay. We don't want it to go away.
100%. I couldn't agree more. That is what makes it so special. I think, like what I said, it's like truth. Let's tell the truth. This is how hard it is. This is what it really looks like. And it's not pretty sometimes. It's difficult. Yeah.
It is.
But there's so much joy and comedy too. There's comedy in the fumbling. There's
of course a lot of there. It's got to be funny. It's going to have a lot of comedy, right? Because you love it. Yeah. You know that helps us heal, right?
Yeah, right. There's so much you got to that just happened. Right? When you drop a bomb at the Christmas dinner, like everyone's got to deal with it.
Yeah, it happened. Now let's move on, people. Let's move on. There's no show here. It happens to all of us. Well, I just want to thank you for stopping by Mornings with Loretta and sharing your amazing role as Lisa on Middlehood. That's on Plex and Amazon Prime, and soon to be on hopefully YouTube so we can all see it. I know you have to go, but Elena, I want to thank you and tell you we've been cheering for you ever since Seinfeld, ever since I found out about you.
That is so kind. Thank you, Loretta. And thank all of your listeners. And go see us on Plex or Amazon Prime right now. We'd love to have you, participate and watch. It's a great show.
Yeah, you know what? I'm thinking I might do a watch party online. I know you got to go. You go ahead and just knock all these interviews out the park so everybody will just fall in love with Middlehood and you like we all have. But just know you have a whole cheering squad behind you, okay?
Oh, thank you so much, Loretta. You have a lovely day.
I will, Elena. We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.
Okay, bye.
All right, y'all. She has to go because she is doing her best to promote this Middlehood show on Plex, Plex, and Prime, Amazon Prime. We need this show, right? If you're saying I'm not a middle-aged woman yet, but honey, you're on the way and you are hanging out with a lot of women who are middle-aged, it can help you understand who we are. And it can also prepare you because people weren't having these conversations when I was, in my 30s and 40s. So I'm so glad that we're having these conversations now. Okay, don't go too far. We'll be right back with more Mornings with Loretta.